let's keep going and introduce our final battle, the main events of the week. The first team being the Raichu Raiders, led by Hazel, playing for the P Flag charity. Currently 11th place at 2-2, looking to increase that record. Um, the Oyumons of this team being the Azumarill and the Breloom. The Breloom picking up a couple more knockouts last week against Nomad's Gambit. Currently at 9-2, and I believe is tied with the highest amount of knockouts. Um, with the Isui and Gudra, I think, are the two Pokemon with the highest amount of knockouts. Let me check. I'm not going to check. Yeah, I'm just going to take my own word for it. The UU-mons of this team being the Diggersby and the Staraptor, not showing their faces yet. The RU-mons being the Gudra, the Emboar, and the Crocodile. Or Gudra and Crocodile at 1 and 3, with the Emboar at 2 and 3. Crocodile just so good with its Moxie ability that if it gets a knockout, it can just keep just smacking things. We also see the NU-mons of this team being the Appleton at 0 and 3, but Bayleaf and Vanillix not having shown up yet. Appleton unfortunately hasn't been able to do anything, but it is still just a really strong Pokemon, able to survive. It's just pretty naturally defensive. Just unfortunately has been countered so far. The PU-mons of this team being the Cinccino, the Manectric, the Doublade, and the Raichu. The Raichu at 1 and 3, with the other three not having shown up yet. This team kind of looking for the same six Pokemon. The same six Pokemon have been brought the past couple weeks. So we'll see if that changes today. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I'll say. They've been getting some good wins, some good knockouts with this team, so why change what's working, right? The opponents, though, for this week is the Sylphic Sylveon, led by Susumi, playing for the American Cancer Society. Another team at 2 and 2. This one at ninth place currently. Both of these teams just pretty strong. The Oyumons of this team, the Hisuian starters, the Typhlosion at 4 and 2, and the Samurott at 3 and 4. Really, really strong Pokemon. The Typhlosion, with its signature move, able to burn things and then work like a hex as well. After something's burned, just does a double damage. And the Hisuian Samurott able to set up spikes just so easily with that move. The UU-mons, I have such a hard time saying that, but the Mons being the Tinkaton at 3 and 2, and the Flamigo, unfortunately, at 0 and 1. Flamigo is something that I really want to see more of, but it was just smacked in the face by an Ice Beam, unfortunately. But yeah, the Argumons of this team being the namesake Pokemon, the Sylveon, here at 0 and 2. The Aurorus having not shown up yet, as well as the Pangoro at 0 and 1. Sylveon, I just want to talk about Sylveon a little bit. It's such a good Pokemon with Pixelate, having a Pixelate Hyper Voice being so good. You can utilize a Throat Spray and get your special attack even higher, or you can just play it really defensively and go for screen setups. This Sylveon being just really good, just well-rounded. You can run it as defensive or an attacker. You can run it as support. It's just a really, really good Pokemon, and I'm sad that it's at 0 and 2 right now. The NU-mons of this team being the Escavalier, not showing his face quite yet. But we see the Golurk at 2 and 2, and the Alolan Exeggutor at 1 and 1. I don't know. I talked about Golurk last week, but I don't really know what else to say about any others of these Pokemon. But we see the PU-mons with the Indeedee at 2 and 2. The Meganium not showing his face yet, with the Lord Cheese, Stunfisk at 0 and 1, and Flareon as well at 0 and 1. Indeedee just being really good at having that Psychic Train set up, being able to stop any priority move. That's just really, really good, I think. But Meganium, I'm curious to see, because, you know, the Raichu Raiders also has Bayleaf. So I wonder if you're going to see a Bayleaf Meganium battle today. That'd be kind of fun. I do know Meganium is a really good screen setter and really good toxic staller too. So I'm wondering if that can be a potential strat that can be used from this Meganium. Um, I'm only talking about a Meganium because I don't really know much about Aurorus or a Scavalier. So, but yeah, let's see the starting lineups of these two teams for this main event battle. The Raichu Raiders bring in the same six Pokemon: the Raichu, the Goodra, the Emboar, the Breloom, the Appleton, and this crocodile, strong chonky boy. Actually, a lot of chonky boys on this team. Um, yeah, we see the Sylphic Sylveon with the two Hisuian Mons. We do see the Meganium being brought for the first time though. We also see Golurk coming back, Tinkaton and Indeedee also making their return appearances. um, yeah, I'm really excited to see what this Meganium can do, as well as how to counter this just really strong and powerful team here. Um, yeah, let's just jump in. Let's just oh my gosh, jump into it. Let's go. The Raichu Raiders leading with the Crocodile this time, with the Sylphic Sylveon leading with the Tinkaton. Floating on its air balloon, with the Protect coming through from the Crocodile. And the Stealth Rock then being set up right away. The Crocodile going for the switch into that Emboar. And the Encore, though, failing, though, with the switch into the Typhlosion, frisking the Choice Band from the Emboar, with the Flare Blitz doing so much damage. The Extra Sensory, though, connects and takes down this Emboar, though. The Raichu then comes in. Does immediate swap into the Golurk, with the Raichu setting up the Nasty Plot. Raichu then going for the Grass Knot and taking down the Golurk. Each team down one Pokemon now. The Hisuian Typhlosion comes back out and frisks the Life Orb that we already saw. And the Thunderbolt outspeeds, crit doesn't really matter here, takes down the Hisuian Typhlosion. The Meganium then comes in to replace it. With the Focus Blast connecting, doesn't quite take it down though. With the Toxic missing the Raichu, unfortunately. With the Thunderbolt connecting and taking down the Meganium. Indeedee then comes in. And Expanding Force is able to take down the Raichu right away. Not right, yeah, well, yeah, right away. The Crocodile then comes in to replace the Indeedee. Indeedee getting scared going into Deedee. Okay, that's confusing. The Foul Plate connecting, not doing too much damage though, but popping the balloon. But pickpocketing the Choice Band from this Crocodile. Crocodile then going for a Protect in return, with the Encore, of course, failing because of the Protect. The Crocodile switches into the Breloom, though. And they switch into the Hisuian Samurott then from this Tinkaton. The Aerial Ace, though, the quad effective Aerial Ace takes down the Breloom before it has a chance to get set up. The Psychic Train, though, does fall Appleton, then comes in to replace the fallen Breloom. Aerial Ace then does a bunch of damage to his Appleton, but then he goes into the Iron Defense to boost his defenses more. The Appleton able to survive another Aerial Ace now, with the Giga Drain taking the Samurott down to its Focus Sash, but doesn't do too much. Ceaseless Edge connecting just to do a little bit of chip damage, I assume, before and to set up the spikes before this Appleton is able to Giga Drain the Samurott out of the battle. Tinkaton then comes in to replace it with the Play Rough connecting. Doesn't take down the Appleton though. The Appleton going for the Apple Acid, of course, a resisted hit though, but it does drop the special defense of this Tinkaton. Tinkaton, the Play Rough missing from the Tinkaton, unfortunately, with another Apple Acid connecting and taking down his special defense even more. The switch into the Crocodile, though, comes through. Another player with a Play Rough connecting this time. The Crocodile getting taken down by this, and I want to say Indeedee, but it's Tinkaton. The Goodra then coming in to replace it. And the Fire Blast connects and takes down the Tinkaton with just the Indeedee left. The Fire Blast doesn't quite take down the Indeedee though, with the Dazzling Gleam doing a little bit of chip damage back to it. The switch then into the Appleton. The Appleton falls from both of the traps on this field. Now it's a matter of who outspeeds who. Gudra getting down to 12% HP here. Outspeeding, going for the Draco Meteor, and taking down the Indeedee, only at 12% HP left. The Raichu Raiders winning this battle at only 12% HP with a really, really good showing from the Sylphic Sylveon as well.